Hi guys. So take two. Last one was really rambly and it made it to like 33 minutes or something. So let's not do that again. And by let's, I mean me. Changes in budgets. Because started out with getting ready to go into a new year and I wanted to double check. Sun's about to turn the corner. I wanted to double check and make sure that I had figured out what was going to change for 2018. Changes for 2018. I just kind of I've been brainstorming on this. There's a dog. Nope. So just kind of brainstorming on this stuff, writing down what I think I'm going to want to allocate for. Leave it. Okay. She's eyeballing. I have a little bit of soup left over. It was too hot to finish drinking it, so. Move that over here. Out of her way. Anyway, she's just like a big Labrador mutt. And she's just big and clunky and sticks her face in everything. Anyway, squirrel. Okay. So for 2018, I just kind of was going through stuff. So I set aside some notes for myself for in January. And and in that I found a couple of envelopes that I was working on. So a gift envelope, the tithe envelope, and random sinking funds envelopes. And then in this one, I made index cards that I put in here. So I was like, I wonder what index cards I set up as things that I might want to save for. So I pulled that out just to kind of see where I wanted to be for 2018. And so I guess we'll start with 2017. Things that I forgot that I wanted to save for. So my system of having things written in a bazillion different places is not functional for me. So I need to figure out a way to streamline that, and part of that is that hardcover budget book that I've got. I'll still be rough drafting my budgets in a book like this, and then I will be transferring them into the hardcover book. I will be keeping track of what I'm spending my allowance on and other randoms, my food budget, things like that. With my allowance, I frequently spend it on things that I don't get receipts for. So like, I went to high school pharmacy, I got some change back, and then I wrote down that I put the change into the change jar. I went to Harmony Bakery, which is like a little coffee house. I wrote down how much I spent on my drink plus my tip. I went and got a bowl of soup, how much I spent on the soup and the tip. Random things like that. If I spent my allowance because I didn't have my food budget with me, I wrote down that I spent my allowance and then how much I owe myself from whichever category, and then I wrote down that I paid myself back. Also wrote down that I loaned a coworker $1. You know, the things you don't always get receipts for. So that's what this book is going to be. This book is just going to go with me everywhere. I don't know. I'm not really a purse person, so I'll have to sort that out, figure out what I'm going to do instead of purses. Because I need to carry this around so that I can write things in it. Remember things. Anyway, so in this, I plan on keeping track of where my allowance goes so that at the end of the month I can write down where my allowance how much my allowance went to what, like what kinds of things, what was junk food, what was random supplies, things like that. Like just kind of sort of categorize it a little bit, see how much maybe I need to make my personal budget a little bigger so that I can buy medications, or maybe I need to, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I need to pull some medical dental money out just to be able to have money to put towards nail clippers or whatever. Because I'm thinking of that stuff as being kind of medical dental. Nail polish would definitely be more of the personal or an allowance item, but things to keep your body healthy, like nail clippers and maybe emery boards, that's definitely more towards the health side. Anyway, that's just how my brain does that. So that's the goal, to be able to keep track of where I'm spending things. Having it all written in one spot will be super important, because then I won't forget about things like these. I found a card for tires. I forgot that I wanted to get studded tires. Man, we're like already 6 minutes into this. Okay, I promise I won't squirrel out too much anymore. So I wanted to get studded tires because last winter I missed out on, like, I don't know, probably 10 days of work because I couldn't get myself to work. Like, school was canceled, but if we could get there, we were allowed to work. So what ended up happening instead is they took out all of my personal days. I think I used up sick leave, and I don't remember what else I used up to try and make up those hours so that I wasn't getting like a $1,000 paycheck versus like a $1,700 paycheck. But so that's kind of what that's about. I wanted to get tires and I forgot about them. I completely, totally spaced wanting to get tires. So I just called up, I should probably put the date down. I just called up the local tire guy. I might be able to find a cheaper set, but I don't know. They'll last like 3 to 4 years easy, and then they're a sellable item whether or not you have a vehicle to go with them. 11, 9, 17. So I'm writing down the date of the quote. So that's $660 to get studded tires. I think it would be like 40 or 50 bucks to get a second set of chains. Chains are a pain. You have to find a safe place to pull over. You're dinkling out with cold and wet and terrible, and then as soon as you get back onto dry, clear pavement, you have to take them off, otherwise you're breaking the law and you're blowing up your chains for no reason. No need to do that to chains. So I think that for the pain in the keister factor, I think that getting studs would be helpful. I'll still have my chains to put on as traction if I need to climb. Like, we've got one hill here that in the winter it doesn't get any sunlight and it can get pretty icy. So I can put on my chains to get through that part, and then there's good spots to pull over and take the chains off when I get to the top or to the bottom of that hill. So I'll still have chains for the really terrible parts, but I think the studs would be a good investment. Anyway, so that's one thing that I found when I was cruising through checking out what I want to add to 2018. Other thing that I found was Christmas and birthdays and things. So I kind of estimated out a bunch of calculations, who I wanted to buy things for, how much I wanted to spend. It came out to $45 per month. I've added a few things to that, but for the 2017 part, I completely forgot that I wanted to save $250 for Christmas 2017. That's $50 for my aunt and uncle, $25 for my mom, $50 for my sister brother-in-law, and then money for my, I think it's $100 between my brother, sister-in-law, and their 3 kids. So I have to come up with that. So that's $250 plus $660. That's $910. It's gonna be tough. So that's gonna be changes to November and December budget. I pretty much have until Christmas time is about when the weather gets redonkulous. If it's gonna get redonkulous, it might just be a dry, cold winter this year. I don't know. It's cold. Like it's no good outside. Man, and I still want to get a thermometer, an indoor-outdoor thermometer thing. I had one, but it died. I really miss it. Okay, so that was the changes for 2017, and then what I remembered I wanted to do for 2018 is the gifts, and setting up kind of a tithe, give back to my community sort of thing. Let's talk about the gifts first. So for the gifts, I've got an envelope. I wrote down how much I want to give to everybody. I also put that into my running around booklet, so I can, when I'm out and about and I spot something that's so perfect for somebody, I can come into my spot and, did I buy it? Okay, so I spent so much on so and so. That's going to be their Christmas gift or their birthday gift. So then I can cross off their whatever and write down the real total amount and know that I got them a thing. And then I have to put like a post-it note on it, and I don't know, maybe I'll make a tub just for people's gifts. There's got to be a way that people organize that stuff. There's got to be. I don't know. Organized is not my forte. Hence, having budget stuff written in 25 books. I don't know why. When I was doing that, it felt good to write it down like a bazillion times, because then it would like sunk into my brain. But at the same time, when I edited something or updated something, like I didn't update all 5 copies of my budget. So, yeah. I'm significantly more streamlined now. I have just my calendar planner and my rough draft budget pad. So I think I'm doing okay. And then for the tithe type thing. Oh, the gifts. I was talking about the gifts. So for the gifts, the totals are pretty much the same. Like, I wrote down how much I want to spend on everybody for birthday and for Christmas. I wrote down the month that is their birthday month. And early. Most of them are towards the end of the month, luckily, so I don't know. I'll just have to make sure to make notes of it, highlight them in my planner thingy. But there's only one that is like before the 10th, or he's on the 10th. Everybody else is like later on in the month. Anyway. So something that I added to my gifts is a miscellaneous category. So I wanted to add like potential miscellaneous birthdays. So I put $50 because sometimes, I don't know, there's friends and family that I forget to buy things for people. And then if I have money set aside for buying gifts for people, I won't feel like a schmuck for not getting something, and I won't. Okay, get off it, cat. Jeez, all these pushy animals. I won't feel like a schmuck for not getting them anything. Oops, sorry. And then I won't put myself out by trying to buy things that I hadn't budgeted for, because there'll be a fund for it. So I don't have to budget for it. It already got budgeted for. So that's kind of what the sinking fund for me is. So $50 for birthdays. It might be just like a random get somebody a card. It might be get a bouquet of flowers. It might be chocolate or a gift card. Who knows what it'll end up being. But yeah. And then for Christmas, I'm gonna set aside $100 for miscellaneous. You never know, you might go to a Christmas party and have to bring something extra to eat or something like that. I might Secret Santa, I might White Elephant, I don't know what will happen, because December 2018 is like over a year away, and my brain doesn't think that far ahead. Like, really, seriously, does not think that far ahead. I also, in the miscellaneous category, put a miscellaneous. So things like birthday showers, graduations, there's a lot of things that come up like at the last minute. Who knows? I might be dating somebody then, and they've got a kid who's graduating or birthday present or something, and you want to get them a little something, not to be a schmuck, because you don't want to be a schmuck. So that's kind of what the miscellaneous area is for. The unexpected, the unplanned for, dude, I totally just did not even plan that my friend was gonna have a birthday party. I expected to just, make some pumpkin bread or zucchini bread, depending on what time of the year it is, and drop them off some flowers or something, That's a cheap, easy way to go about it, but sometimes they get you something, and so you kind of have to reciprocate. That's how I see it. Maybe that's not how it really works, but I don't know. I'm kind of socially awkward in many ways. So, gift giving is very weird for me. Maybe not Sheldon Cooper weird, but yeah, kind of. I get where he's coming from. That whole, don't buy me a gift because then I'm obliged to get you something, and I don't know what you're getting me, so I don't know what to get you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, my brain really does. It's how it works. Making myself some coffee. So I got this coffee creamer. I know, I said I wouldn't squirrel off too much. I got this coffee creamer. So delicious. Coconut, French vanilla. It's okay. It's not super coconutty flavored. It's a little bit coconutty flavored. It's definitely not half and half. But whatevs. Okay, so that's the gifts for 2018. And then the tithe for 2018. I broke it down by month. So I was going to do it like $20 in January, $40 in February, 60 in March, 80 in April, go up it that way. But I figured that would be a little bit disheartening. Not quite the right word. But I don't know, uninspiring, but not uninspiring, but it would like remove my inspiration to keep cranking on if I ever do get to baby step 2. It's crazy. I wanted to be able to, as the year went by, have bigger and bigger numbers to put towards debt or towards whatever it is that I'm paying into, versus the other way around, because instead of in December getting to pay $240 towards this fund, I would end December with $20. So I kind of did it backwards, so that I have more money each month. to put towards the things that I need to pay off or whatever. I guess I'm kind of paying off my teeth, paying off the fact that I neglected them. Like I said, I've already recorded this once before. I'm only 10 minutes shy of what I was before. Anyway, tithe for me is initially going to go towards buying calculators for kids at the school. There's a lot of kids whose parents struggle to buy them, shoes. Buying them a $100 calculator is kind of not really in their field of things that they can do. So I wanted to save up money and be able to buy calculators. I checked in with the math department teachers, and they said that there is a need there's kids that need calculators, and they thought that was a really cool idea. So I'll just check in with them at the beginning of the year, because by then in September I'll have all but $200 of that $1,560. So it would be what, $1,300 basically saved up by September. That I can buy calculators with, and then the last $200 to $300 I will probably put towards maybe haircuts again, because I did those haircuts with that gal. She also runs a coat drive. She also runs a toy drive, school supplies, things like that. So there's lots of places that I can put that money. I mean, it's never hard. I mean, I could donate it to myself, but that kind of goes against the purpose. So that's what the tithe is going to be. That's a 2018 thing. Gifts, that's going to be another 2018 thing. And then for 2017, trying to get Christmas fund put together, and also trying to get money set aside for buying myself some studded tires so that I can get to work. Because getting to work is the first step in getting paid. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off because I'm almost at the 30-minute mark again. And, I think that was all the things that I wanted to talk about. Definitely didn't squirrel nearly as hard as I did on the last one, but still kind of rambly. Yay! Alright, have a good day, guys. I am really excited because I get a 3-day weekend. 3-day weekend. That is like, yay. Alright, have a good day, guys. Happy Veterans Day. To all the veterans, from a veteran. Hello! Alright, bye, guys.